Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video.
Yes, good morning, sir. My name is Marlene Lee. I am the sister of Anthony Everton Tingle, who is Starky. My number, I'll leave you my thanks for a return call. Bye. Yes, good morning, sir. My name is Marlene Lee. I am the sister of Anthony Everton Tingle, who is Starky. My number, I'll leave you. I greatly like to speak with you, sir, because some of the information that you were actually given is totally incorrect. Again, my name is Marlene. I'd like to speak with you, sir, because some of the information that you were actually given is totally incorrect. Again, my name is Marlene. Thanks for a return call. Bye.
Yeah, so we'll continue the journey talking with the late General Starky sister. Yes, you know, General Starky was a known PMP youngster, who used to operate in the community where I was born, Jonestown. And even today's date in 2024, yes, January 2024, the youths, elders in the community has put this man on a pedestal as if he was some hero. And most youths now, they want to emulate him and they want to be like a General Starky. But what most of these elders fail to tell these youths that General Starky, Anthony Tingle, died at a very tender age at 26. So that's why most of these youth, they see themselves being killed at 25. If these youths can really think and the elders they are decent, ethical, honest and conscientious person, they will tell them that what General Starky done in his life, although to them killing labor rights is fair game because they are on the other side of the political aisles, not seeing their lives as being equal, then you know that we have a serious problem. Because if you do not see yourself in another person, you cannot respect another person. If you see yourself in another person, you cannot just kill that person without any form of justification. When I say I'm talking defending your life. You're killing them because you feel like you are the giver of life. But yet when it's your time to go to the departure lounge, your family and friends are saying that you're a victim of the system. We do not buy into such notion. So we at the Jamaica Young Police channel is totally different. So we want you to listen to the sister. This is the final part, and at the end we'll give you our analysis of her, as an educator, as a mother, as a mother, a sister. Most of, if you look at the comments from part 1 and part 2, most of the people are saying that she's making excuses for her brothers killing people. Yes, that is true, because we don't make excuses for criminals. For your poverty does not contribute to you killing someone, because if you're poor, killing someone, what good it does for you as a person who killed the person. So that is just nonsense. And for someone who's another junk professor at a university, it is just mind-boggling how someone can justify someone's behavior of taking an innocent person's life. That is just crazy. But we at the Jamaica Young Police, we don't subscribe to such madness. So we wanted to listen to her. You watch, you listen, and you decide. So moving on. Then they did it to appease Christopher do the squawk. You understand? Both of them.
Right.
You understand? So I'm telling you, they are the one that that's why we're in this pickle right now.
On the contrary, though, I wasn't in Jamaica, but when Dodos was there was some order within the garrison.
Yes, yes, that is true.
There was order within the garrison.
Yes, but okay, but listen, in terms of with the politicians dismantling the police force. Remember when you were growing up, who were the police that the criminals were afraid of? Was it uniform police or the detectives?
The detectives.
Okay, did you know that the detectives, they are no longer active in Jamaica?
Oh, I didn't.
Okay, all right. This man named Owen Ellington, the most corrupt commissioner of police we have ever seen, a man who was arrested and charged for larceny, and and the reason why he was acquitted by the court is because of the policeman who arrested and charged him helped him. But yet this man was arrested and charged for dishonesty, and he became the commissioner of police at Jamaica. So that show, yes, that goes to show is that Jamaica is a criminal's paradise. So most of us, yes,
it is.
As you have asked before, why I left Jamaica. If I did not leave Jamaica, I'd be a dead man, because I had so many enemies. I can name them. Cowboy. You ever hear about a police named Cowboy?
Yes.
You ever hear about one name? You ever hear about one name? One a day they call Ox.
One a day, yeah.
Have you heard of one they call Ear? Ear used to buy East. He's a bad police.
Out of East?
Yes, man. Him and Danai Williams are friend.
Oh, Benoit Danai.
Okay. The same one named Para Campbell where the policeman did spray with the pepper spray. Our next one named Bud Spencer. I had so many enemies in the police force that they wanted me dead because I was a detective that spoke up against them and their corrupt practices.
You can't do that in Jamaica or them going to take you.
No, man. I did it, man. I did it. That's why I tell you I went up against them. And they used was their rank at me, but it's not like they did not want to kill me, but they know the kind of person I am, because if you try to kill me, I told them, if you try to kill me and you did not succeed, then you have to expect then I'm going to unleash the wrath on you and your family. Yeah, so that's and the thing is that there was no one that you could go to get any form of protection, because it's a corrupt system.
Because it's corrupt.
That is true. Yes, that is true.
Even with Starky, I believe that if you and I are at war, we're gonna war till I die. I ain't gonna deal with you.
Right.
I'm just not going war till dead. So I did not agree that he should have had a peace dance, because that's a setup, and I did say it to him. And I went to Tony Spalding and his brother, I can't remember the brother name. He was now the minister of
Winston Spalding. Winston Spalding.
Yeah, Winston Spalding.
The fat one.
And them say, if them say my brother never signed the peace treaty, he might make his brother kill my brother. And I said, what is that? What kind of message is that you're saying? And I said, at this point, I said, boy, I know them all kill him. Him all dead. Because if him not leave the island and go somewhere, go Germany or somewhere, and he was willing to leave, them all kill him. Because an eye for an eye. If you do, damn if you do, damn if you don't. And he didn't, or he did have the peace dance. And them ambush it. So, it is what it is. I can't tell you, the day of the funeral is Remam and them first salute him.
So they fire gunshot at the funeral?
Yeah, there was a curfew.
So they get to fire gunshot at his funeral?
You could hear it. That it wasn't in jungle, it was because Calvary buried him. It's right at Calvary buried. 3 of my brothers are right there in Calvary. And Rima man, you could hear Rima man, and then the soldier, them had a curfew. Because they thought there was going to be a big shooting going on.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even see when they go into the hole. Because I left. Because, remember now, I was raised uptown. I only would come down on the weekends to see my mother because she lived on Jomo Pathway. Yeah, but Jamaica, I don't know. There's a lot of guns in Jamaica. And
the politicians are the one that caused it. They're the one that contributed to it.
Of course,
to the
definitely.
The influx of the guns there.
The guns, yes. The politicians are the ones.
Mm-hmm.
And unless there are changes to the mindset of the politicians, because the island is a beautiful island.
Yes.
Change the mindset. Go educate these people, trade, teach them something, teach them construction, teach them electrician, teach them plumbing, teach them this, so that them can get work. But you have these people in the garrison, them not in a farmer education, no,
because
all they are going to do is sell, buy and sell things, sit down on the street corner and sell. That's how them all make them living, and then in the markets, them are fight against each other, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Those changes. I don't have the same changes from the 70s, 80s. It only gets worse. God, people are get murdered the same way. People them a ride the little bike, them now and just a kill people, so. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, young man, it was a pleasure speaking with you, sir.
Yeah, at least, yes.
It was a pleasure speaking with you. But again, I will not say my brother did any rapes. Girls used to throw themselves at him.
Okay, well, the reason why, all right, look, as you said, Spurline, and
yes,
because your brother, he was living in Denhamtown, because people from down here, they said originally that your brother was a labourite, and
no, we were never laborites.
Oh, okay, so that was misinformation then.
Misinformation, yeah.
Okay,
no, man.
so although you guys were living down in Denhamtown, okay, that was before that part it's changed and become labour. Oh, okay,
yes.
So so because he's from down there, and at the time,
but originally they were living near KC, where you call out this again? That's where them did start the Spanglers and out at North Street, where some houses back there, so them used to live. My mother with them, and then I remember I was about 4 or 5. I never forget when my father took us, who are now living downtown Water Street. I think that's the road. I don't remember. My father came, but we were born at 33 Melcalf Street, which is down in a Denhamtown way there.
Okay, so at the time you guys were, because they said that your brother was labourite, and it's because
man, never labourite. Tanto, his son, Tanto, became a labourite. He moved from up there and go live down in a garden, and him did start the fatherless screw. But he was also killed with the Dodders thing.
Oh, during the incursion?
Yes, he was killed.
So, okay. So did he have there was a police girl by the name of Karen Tingle. You know
her? There's no relation. It's a long story behind the name, and we'll talk about that another time. It's a long story behind that name.
I can't believe that your brother's current name.
Yeah, it's a long story.
So why your mother gave him that name?
What? I don't know, I don't know, because at the time, my father was an accountant, right? And my father used to run a pick-up shop pick up all his numbers.
Yes.
The Chinese used to write the Chinese language on the paper.
Mm-hmm.
And him did have a shop out, is that Marcus Garvey Drive, near the roundabout.
Mm-hmm.
And my father did get into a fight with a man.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to Spanish Town. He was arrested. And she did start mess around with this other man, but she was already pregnant.
Oh, okay.
So when Mr. McLeod come out, it did cause some conflicts, you know. So she just gave him a name.
Oh, so your father did not want to own him as his son?
Yeah.
Oh. And
Yeah.
you know that could cause some psychological effect on your brother. That's why, because
Definitely.
he wasn't feeling that love from your father either.
Definitely.
So that resentment.
Definitely.
So that's why he was trying to find.
See,
mm-hmm.
as an educator, I realized a lot of weaknesses in our culture.
Mm-hmm.
In our culture, I recall, if a child cannot read, go sit down, little boy, you're dumb, you're stupid.
True.
When that child has a learning disability.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jamaican people are not patient in terms of, tolerant of other people.
And our culture also does not participate in counseling. You're mad. I remember my aunt who
yes.
raised us. She took us to counseling. I remember Michael, I said, why? It's like we are mad children. Why is she taking us to counseling? I never forget that as a child. So our culture is also very harsh.
True. It's kind of it's kind of barbaric.
Barbaric culture.
Yes.
Especially again going back to education, we shun the child because the child has a learning disability, and I don't believe the Jamaican system prepares. Probably now. But when I was a young girl,
mm-hmm.
they have a ESOL classes,
mm-hmm.
for special remedial classes,
right.
for children that couldn't learn. We put them to the side.
Mm-hmm.
So even little things, I was raised by my mother because my mother was in the Garrison. Yet on Fridays when I got to be a certain age, I asked my auntie to go and visit my mother. But I was allowed to spend the Friday night and have to leave to get back home.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a different culture in the Garrison too,
True.
I remember one day I'm going in and two girls rushed down upon me and say, I must leave them, man. They didn't know that I was Starky's sister. Right by Pegasus building. And I'm like, wow, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Because they used to say, I'm the uptown girl coming in. But the culture is of such too. And are they willing to adapt to the principles of Marcus Mosiah Garvey? Will they? Yes, we might introduce it into the classroom. We might introduce it to the teachers to teach. But will it be adopted? I don't know, because our culture is very harsh.
Well, we have to see. We cannot give up because that all they have to do is just change the curriculum.
That's it, yeah. Put it in the curriculum and see.
Yes.
Test the waters.
Because everything that we have been doing for years have been failing the people.
Has been failing, yes.
And it's deliberate too, You have to understand that it has been deliberate by them because it suits them, to keep the people ignorant. Because once you keep the people ignorant, you can control their thoughts.
You can control. Control.
And they can't think. So once you take away that from them, the thought process for them to think, then you'll be able to control them forever. And that is what is happening.
True.
So that's why as a product, as someone who's from, because when I look back on my life, and I'm like,
you are the mother and father.
I am telling you, You understand?
You had the two.
Yes, both.
90% at the Garrison, or 95%, or I might even take it higher, 97% is just the mother. The father gone.
Yeah, because and the thing is that is the woman's fault, that too, because I was talking with her. Oh, it's just like little 13, and he says his mom had 9 of them, and 9
different men.
You heard him, 9. You understand? So that this function, and he as a man, he even spoke about it and says everything, that all of these things help contribute to him starting a life of crime.
Yeah, contribute, because my mother had Simon, Michael, Tony, me, with Mr. Sydney, and then the other 2 boys them with another man. But it was she alone. But Mr. Sydney, my father, Mr. McLeod, I used to have to get my money once a week. He was on time with that. You know, he wasn't in the household, but he was there, you have to say. And
he had nothing, and he didn't want anything to do with your brother?
You know, he gave them money, you know.
Oh, okay.
He gave them, you know, he was more of a businessman. So they really never go to him, I say, you know, for anything. You know.
So how many kids your brother had?
They say that there is this little girl, her name is Sophia. She lives down by Superstar in Annatown. I only know Kemar.
But, okay,
because they call it.
Okay, because there's this girl in her, she was a police officer. She's from Tivoli Gardens, and her name is Karen Tingle. And she said that Starky was her father.
I don't know.
She was killed. She was killed by Andrew Pang. That's how Andrew Pang was killed. Pang. Yes, from Grandspent. I do
not know. You know, I only know one, Kemar. But I must say there might be other children out there. Michael, I know none. But I also believe that there are children out there. But I don't know, because I made a pledge that I will never put my foot back over there.
In jungle and
oh no, I would never put back my foot there. No. I remember one day I'm in Jomo Parkway. I could visit my mother, and I stand up in the pathway. I didn't even realize that the pathways was that small.
Yes.
And I see about 4 gunmen come, and I talk about rapid. I almost dropped down. Them say, go inside of your house to your mother. I don't even remember who it was.
So where's your mom?
Huh?
Where's your mom?
She died.
Oh, my condolences.
Yeah, thank you. She died. She was Miss Enid. She used to work at a craft market. Yep, she died a couple years ago.
Well, you know, so what advice? So, as an educator and someone who you know the pain of feeling having your brothers being killed by the security force. You're saying based on the information you receive, their human rights were violated.
Yes.
That you understand what I'm saying? But
yes.
What advice would you give to the mothers who are living in the same community that we are from?
One of the things, and I have 5 children. I have 5 professional children, and I consider myself from the Garrison.
Yeah,
because I would go there.
You cannot erase your past. My mother always says that.
I can't erase that. I'm from there.
Yes.
But I instilled education in my children.
Paramount.
You must go to school. You must. I want my bachelor's. Give me my bachelor's because my auntie instilled education into me, and had it not been for my education, I would not be anybody.
That is true.
You understand me? So stay on top of the youths then. Get them into school. Get them involved into after school activities, especially the girls. Let them be a part of the school. Let them do everything. Basketball, football, what have you. Education. In the Garrison, let them go learn a trade. Become a barber. Become a plumber.
No, they don't want.
Become an electrician.
No, today's day and age, that's taboo.
Wow.
No, you should trade. I remember when you were growing up, that girls, they would say girls, going to be,
a dressmaker or
yes.
something like
no,
that.
Those
Yes.
things, no, no, women don't into those things anymore. That's a thing of the past. Right now, they're all about, it's all about muggling and all these things. It's all about the hype. Everything that they see on social media, that they think that
No, but I am not going. You got it. That's my son made it to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
It's how many colleges in the United States he went second round.
It's one. Says 1% out of all of the kids. 1%. Okay, so for 1%. You to make it, yes.
But it was hard work.
Yes.
Hard work. I remember my boys at 2:00 in the morning in the front of our house playing. Doing their basketball. My oldest one, he got his scholarship through basketball. So, he got thesis now. So that's, to me, if you're in the Garrison, because you can make it out of there. You can.
That's the only way you can make it out. Education.
With education.
Yes. And without it, you're not going to go anywhere.
You're doomed. Mm-hmm. You're doomed. But it was such a pleasure speaking.
Oh, it's a pleasure speaking with you. But it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate the road that your brother is taking. But
yes,
as you said that he was a victim of the system, because and you're not in regards to that, and I agree with you, because they were manipulated.
Right.
All right.
Right.
I don't know if you heard of this guy that Lisa 13 had spoken about. His name, he called him the sniper. That's the guy that killed the judge. He is from he's from Jonalian in Johnson.
Right.
Oh, you seem like you know him. Trevor Bennett. Yes. He's from Johnson.
Because and then again I heard somebody had put up something on the internet that they had called Starky the ghost, because when he comes like a ghost and he does things, and I didn't even know that. But there was one of the, I think it was a blogger who found an article and posted it. Yeah,
but this guy Bulgin, who is from Jonalian, of all of the brigadists and all of these people, he speaks he's a guy that went to KC. He speaks 3 languages fluently.
My brother speaks French too. My brother was fluent in French, Michael. He passed common entrance at KC.
Because this guy went to KC on a full scholarship. The guy that went to prison, but he was an intelligent guy. So you understand. He speaks Russian.
The Garrison, man. The Garrison, all the men. The Garrison, all the men. Yep.
We're just all about saving life, and we just want to change. You understand what I'm saying?
I would love to see the change.
Well, we're not gonna.
I would love to see the change,
and hopefully it will come, because we're counting on it. That's what we're doing right here. Because initially when I had started this channel, I didn't even dreamt of even branching off in this part where talk with like a philosopher. Because the thing is it was the attack on the police first by the government.
Right.
You understand? Right. And I have seen it, in Jamaica the police don't have any rights in it. They're the ones that's why we have this problem in Jamaica, when they give Jamaica indicum in it. You understand? Yes, when they give Jamaica indicum.
Right.
By empowering the criminals. Because all they have been doing is just destroying the people's life.
Yeah.
And most of our people, when they go to another country, they cannot assimilate, and then it makes all of us as Jamaicans look bad.
Yeah, because even the Cayman Islands is Jamaica, make Cayman Islands get rough now. Police in the Cayman Islands never used to carry guns.
I know they have to.
They have to because of Jamaicans.
Okay.
London.
Okay.
London.
And look, and guess what? And we are being shunned by everyone in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Because of but it's not, as I said, and as you're rightfully saying, it's not the people's fault, So as you heard my subliminal message, It's we want to back the country from these people. It's not the criminals that's the problem, you know. It's the leaders. We don't have any leader, because if the leaders, as you know, you have rightfully says, even when the people behave in a certain way, if the leaders come out and denounce what the people are doing,
and denounce the behavior.
Thank you.
Denounce that.
But yes, but they don't want to offend them because it suits them for the people to do this, because it's a form of distraction.
Them not going to get the vote.
Oh my God! If you were close to me, yes. I'm telling you right now, you're giving me.
Me I go switch from PMP to JLP because Mr. Spalding come do this. No, so I'm not. That's how the mentality is.
So you see it. That's what we need. We need a leader. We don't have one. We don't have. You saw what happened with popcorn the other day.
Yes.
Why? And it took almost 2 weeks before the police served him any summons. Why you think it?
Summons.
Why? All right.
But I don't think him went go to the jail.
No, but well, even before you reach that far. So
go nowhere.
Well, with the brown paper back.
Then the police them going to say me have a right and then a left hand, because I remember them stopped me on the highway. And we had to end up putting something in them all because my girlfriend was speeding, they said.
Mm-hmm.
The Jamaican system is as such.
Wow.
We have been violated in every aspect.
Almost 2 weeks before the man received a summons. And don't you think that the Jamaican people is seeing what is happening?
Of course they do. Of course they do.
Okay, but yet still there are 2 guys at Sting. And immediately as they came off the stage, they were arrested.
They are arrested because they are no-namers.
Okay.
They don't have a name.
So they don't. So and I had expect, you know, as a lead, you and I, we live in the United States of America. You know that as a leader, the prime, and because I had chastised the prime minister about it, because I'm like saying, if you are a leader of a country, the leader is supposed to be a father figure for the people.
Of course.
So you supposed to be guiding the people, and when the people have no guidance, what are you going to expect? And
right.
his mom, he doesn't want to offend anyone. And
he doesn't.
And Mark Golden doesn't care, because
Mark Golden is a rebel.
No, it's not. It's a rebel without a cause. We want Jamaica. We want back Jamaica as the way it used to be. Even back in the 80s. You understand?
Yeah,
but we don't have.
As a little girl, what you call it, Grand Market.
Okay, yes, up in half a tree or downtown, and nobody will trouble you.
Downtown, but I see them having Grand Market. It's like people naked at the Grand Market.
No.
We used to dress up in our night, dress up to go Grand Market.
You have to understand.
Like we go church.
You have to understand still, you know, that even with self-esteem woman in a Jamaican lock, women have sex in a dance at Jamaica. We never used to
see that too.
Okay, so where are the leaders? No one denouncing these kind of
very offensive, man. I went to a party. I was down there in November, and I just stood up. And I am an older person. I mean, and I consider myself a senior, but I'm also very hip. Because I have young adults.
Right.
So I'm hip and I know what's going on. But my God, our culture is gone, man.
It's a road. And if you speak out against it, you know that you are the bad person.
Yes, me are the bad one.
And you are going too much uptown.
I think, now uptown girl.
Well, it's sad, man. It's sad. We reach this point where Jamaica used to be. All right, when I was in the military here, I met people from of all the reason why America is always going to be on top than any other country. America is the only country that people from every country and island in the world work for the federal government.
Yes, every country is there.
So they serve in the military. So when I was in the military, I met some people from Africa, from different countries in Africa, people from South America, Central America, Did you know that you have a part in Colombia where it's like a Jamaican community in Colombia?
In Panama too.
Yes.
In Panama.
And Belize and all it. Because these are people who speak Spanish, but they have English name, Their great grandfather are Jamaicans.
Yeah.
Did you know that all of these people? Did you know that Jamaica was seen as a capital for Africa and black people?
Wow.
Did you know that?
Yep. Wow. Yep.
Because of Marcus Garvey and then Bob Marley.
But then Bob Marley, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right now we're seen as the laughing stock of the world. Nobody respects us anymore because of we have no culture. Everything we gravitate. Everything that is negative. Our people gravitate. If you look at even the dance, somebody jump off our house top and call that dancing.
Right.
That's schizophrenic behavior.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it that they're trying to escape the harsh reality of life? That's why they're doing all of these things. And
possibly.
I saw a video where a man danced with a woman and he have the woman in his lap and he just licking, using her, eating her up on zinc fence, and I'm like, what is that?
Yep. That's how the culture is now.
And I see we're Jamaican. As you know, I saw earlier a few years Jamaican celebrating the 4th of July. Then do they know what it is, the significance of the 4th?
They do have Halloween down there too.
And and 99% of them.
They're doing Thanksgiving too in Jamaica. That's adopting somebody else's culture and bringing it there. Come on.
So the colonizer don't even have to put someone there to represent the colony, and the people is being colonized by people in the media, because the media is doing this to the Jamaican people, destroying them.
Yep, that is true. The media plays a part of it. Man. I've seen some things lately down here. Wow.
So you have any plans of like whenever you decide that it's time for me to relax, you're planning on going back there to for your retirement?
No, I cannot live in Jamaica.
Why?
No, I don't. One, as you get older, the medical aspect of Jamaica is zero.
Mm-hmm.
You die. There is, you go to the public hospitals, you're not getting through till 2 days time. You sit down same place. There is no medical,
But
so that's one.
So they still use it.
I don't feel safe down there.
They still use it Dettol in the hospital there.
Yes.
Yeah, man, that smell like a morgue, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, the medical system is zero. You have to get out. If you get sick down there, you have to try and get out immediately.
Mm-hmm.
What if you can't get on a flight? I mean, the Cubans are running the medical industry down there, but, it's just not enough.
It's sad.
Sad, yeah.
But let's see what is going to happen. But I'm still being optimistic. You understand? I know that anytime you're doing good in life, people is gonna you always have to expect pushback, because some people rather the status quo. They don't like changes.
Yes.
You understand? And in life, changes doesn't necessarily mean progress. But in life, we have to learn to accept changes, especially it is for the betterment of our own people.
Yep.
You understand? Okay, if you look, and we keep telling it, just look in Jamaica, the only thing that we as a people, as black people, own and have and gravitate to is gangs. It's gangs and killing people.
Yep.
Who owns the hotel? Now, it's not us. It's people who come from India, China, and Mexico.
Yep.
All the people who came to America and sell drugs, or Canada or England, instead of using the money to invest back in their economy, all they do is buy guns to kill the next man around the road because something happened when he was small and all those things.
And them carrying that revenge still. Come on, man. Let go. Let go.
The self-hatred and a man feel it's just it's a mind. And the church,
the mindset.
Yes, and the church doesn't even play any role in the people's lives anymore.
But they still have so many churches down there.
Yeah, but people don't go to church anymore. Remember when we were growing up, it was mandatory enough for you to go to Sunday school.
Mandatory, that's what go. Yeah, man, go church in the morning and church in the evening.
Okay, you understand. And then you still have to do your household chores, and you still have to go to school. No, that's a no on them thing. Kids don't go to church, so there's no reverence.
Wow.
And this generation, they will tell you that there's no God. They didn't know that.
Wow.
I was talking to a young man there, and he told me that there's no God. He said that if there was a God, our God doesn't grow back a man's foot.
Wow.
That's how ignorant and arrogant they are.
Wow. The culture is gone, man. Well, gentlemen, I must say it was a good talk we had.
Yeah, and I appreciate. And you know what? I did not expect. The reception. The reception from you. In terms of
things, me was one of the old ones that were going to cuss and tell you this.
Well, I thought that you were like Carol Douglas and the woman from Rima.
No sir. You know, I'm from them places but as I said,
you shed. Well, it's just like me. I don't think because I believe in people must respect other people. That's me. I don't, because the thing is that, just like you as when you were growing up as a young lady, I don't believe that any man supposed to see you, and because according to him he's done and sent to your parents or you. I don't believe in that.
No.
I hate. That's why I hate. That's why I don't like these kind of men.
Yes, and you have them.
Yes,
and you have them a lot in Jamaica.
Yes, so that's why I despise. That's why I can't tell you I never like a gunman. I don't like gunmen.
Yes,
you have still, you have men, in the same garrison, who have illegal gun, but they are not gunmen.
Yes,
they have the gun, and you have to learn to separate them. They have the gun only because they cannot get the license gun because of, as you said before, the same system. It's because it's based on your zip code or your address in Jamaica. That's why you cannot. So they have to they have to use illegal means to have some form of protection. Or you going to tell me that because I am living in Jonestown or Jungle or Rima, I cannot have a license gun because of my address? And when you are the one
because of your address,
I have no control of where I was born or where I'm living.
Right.
You understand? Would you trade places with me then?
Wow.
They won't.
Yes,
so the system is designed against the poor in everywhere. And they enjoy doing what they're doing
and they keep it that way.
And all they're doing is just looking out for themselves and their friends. Because you see, this crime thing in Jamaica is a big money business,
Of course.
Look
I took my son down because they were born here.
Right.
The football player one. And he said, Ma, the roads need to be fixed. And he said, man, could I do something? And then later on, I think it was a couple of days after, he said, no, the politicians want the roads like this. They don't want the roads to be smooth and clear when election time. And this kid never know nothing about the Jamaican. We don't discuss those things. But he sat and figured it out. So that is the politician that want the road themselves. And then when the election time, them throw them all into it and proves up the area and fool the people them that them going to do things for the communities. It has to be changed from the top.
Yes.
It begins at the top and then it dwindles down, But if the top don't get it right, the island going to remain the same and get worse. And it's a nice island. I know I can't live there. I know I cannot live there.
Mm-hmm.
After 2 weeks, it's time to go. It's time to go. You know. And I think it's the same thing with my husband. I don't think he is, you know, with his health, he can't live there. He would have dead.
That would be a life sentence.
Because, I also believe that's how his father passed, because they did not have the medical supplies to help him.
Mm-hmm.
Had he been in America or in London, he would have been alive today.
Oh.
Marlene Lee.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, wow. Oh, what's his wife's name? What's her name again?
Annette.
Oh, yes, and her name was Wang.
Wang, yes, you know his old. Yeah. She has the gas station.
Yeah, I know. I was conversing with two of her brothers that have truck down there in DC.
You know, it's a Yonki.
Mm-hmm.
What the brother them know? Chong and Yonki.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So all the best to you. Just send
It's a pleasure.
you know. You have to understand. I am like a George Bush. I'm a conservative person. I don't believe in.
Yes.
I am you know that liberalism is a mental disorder, though. You know that, though.
Yes, it is.
Because the only thing with liberals, they are bright with book, but they are not bright when it comes down to doing the real thing, because they never experience it. They like to tell people what the book thing says, and book thing don't work. Yes, so when they're telling people about say it's because of people poverty. Why? If you are poor, how is that justification for you to kill another person? That don't make any sense. You understand? Don't make sense. Yeah, that's why I tell you, liberalism is a mental disorder. Liberals, we just want to change the mindset. We don't want the youths them from where we're from. Just a man saying that by 25 I expect to die. I don't. That's talking to. I was talking, and I'm telling you, it breaks my heart to hear when and I'm like, look, man, I said I am twice your age and add more years to it, and you're telling me that you expect to die. I says that is not in a life, man. What kind of life is that?
Life is that, exactly.
Yes, and as you said, still, the environment where people live, but the thing is that it has to be from the womb. From the womb, where they focus on reading.
Yep.
You understand?
Comes from the house, yes.
Mm-hmm. But as I say, even the most educated person can get carried away, because look at all of the the most dangerous man right now in Jamaica is that man bulging, but he's not giving any trouble. This is a man that is specialized in everything, Trevor bulging, The man speaks 3 languages. You understand?
Well, yeah.
So,
wow.
And if they were able to destroy a man like that, a man that is so educated, that means imagine a little man who have no education. Because when you remember, you go to school to think, And if a man like that has lost all his train of thoughts and could not think and doing wrong things and think that it's right because it's what he was told by people that he looked up to.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's a joy talking to you, my sister. Yes, it's a
pleasure.
But remember to send me the updated photograph of. Yes, so
I'm gonna send you one. I'll send you one in a bit.
Okay, yes. Okay. So at least people can see the difference of you. As you said, and you know what I love about you.
Yes.
And you just be. I like it. I love your honesty. We need more people like you from our community, women who are honest. Because you said, irrespective of the things that my brother have done, I still love him. He's still my brother. Just like what Kelly has says, you're not endorsing what he did. At no time, right. You never put your brother on a pedestal like Like how, you know, you see the difference with education, like the way that Lenkiroy son, my fault, and you know what I'm saying. And I was listening, and I'm like, wow, you are the told, because you knew that it's your brother, as you says, irrespective of what they have done, I still love them. But you did not put him on a pedestal, and like like the way that, because you know, even in today's day, you know, 2024, you know, in Jonestown they talk about him every day though. You know that
every day.
I'm telling you, yes man, they talk. I'm telling you man, they talk. Even when I was growing up, they talk about him like he was like some soldier. You know, when I say soldier, you know, somebody who left the community and go and fight a war and come back victorious. Yes, that's how they talk about him. Yeah man, they don't, and they don't make it sound like there was a consequences for what he have done. You understand? They justify the yes. So every youth wants to be like General Starky.
Starky,
yeah, but you're, you know, and you know, thanks for sharing, you know, your experience.
It's a pleasure,
and honestly, you know, I'm talking with you right now, and the only thing you can see that I'm smiling from ear to ear.
Right.
Yes, man, I'm telling you. So have a nice day and all the best to you. Yes, all right, my sister.
And I'll send you the picture.
Yes, man, I will definitely talk again, man. We'll definitely talk again. All the best to you. All right, bye bye. Yeah, so we have come to the end of you know, this video, you know, regarding yes, Anthony, General Starky, Tingling sister, you know, defending her brother, making all kind of excuses as a educator, in which we know that excuses are lies. So, you know, the untold truth, you know, police conspiracy in the mysterious demise of General Starky. So this is part 3, and this is the last of the series. You know, so, you know, part 3 of this captivating series, where we delve deeper into the enigmatic world surrounding Anthony, General Starky, Tingles. You know, in the exclusive interview, his mysterious sister makes shocking allegation that the police played a role in her brother's untimely demise. Yes, but you must understand, you know, what you fail to understand is that her brother was a killer. You understand? So when you kill people, what you expect? You know, it just even Stevens. All of the men that died with her brother and her other brother, they weren't saints, they were killers. And that's the best way you deal with killers. She's talking about court and take them. Yeah, what about the other people that were begging for their lives when, you know, when both our brothers and the others snuff it out? So if you love your life, you're supposed to love another person's life. You're not supposed to be, when you're killing someone, when you're taking up a gun to take the life of someone else, and you're not thinking about that person that you're killing, when your time comes around, you're supposed to be embracing it and loving it, because you are a killer. You're not supposed to be begging for your life, because when the other person was begging for theirs, you did not spare them. So that's why we believe in preemptive strikes. As you heard, you know, we have said before, the United States military, which, you know, we have proudly served, if you kill Americans and planning again to, if you kill Americans and you're overseas in another country, America just, you know, use a drone and drop a bomb, and whoever is with you, just you know, even Stevens, because the people who are around you, they know that you're a killer. You understand? So to prevent you from killing other Americans. So the same way, you know, Jamaicans' life must be, you know, must be respected. So, you know, so brace yourself as we uncover the untold truth behind the alleged police conspiracy. The police did a good job. It was a justifiable shooting. 8 known terrorists were killed. If you don't mix with sleep with dogs, you can't wake with fleas. Everyone that was there were criminals, whether or not they were convicted of a crime, but their lifestyle was that of criminals, in which Jamaican criminals operate and receive credence because of the fear factor. They think that people love them, you know, and they're bad. They're not bad, they're cowards. That's the only reason why, you know, because people are afraid of them and don't want to be killed. Yeah, that's why people see them and call to them and make them feel like them. Most people do not love them. I do not love killers, period. Yeah, every killer must be go straight to the departure alone. So in the revealing conversation, as you heard, it's over, you know, it's over 2 hours Our guest boldly assert that her brother was given a unique opportunity, one that ultimately led to the tragic fate of numerous officers involved. So as she fearlessly stands behind her claim and with unwavering pride, the shocking revelations unravel, shedding light on a dark, obscure chapter in General Starky's life. So what she was saying as a sister, as an educator, so although her brother is dead and gone, she's saying, telling us at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, if her brother had gotten the chance to use his gun, many police officers would have lost their lives that morning. Because, so she's speaking based on what he has told her about his shooting skills. But 9 out of 10 times, criminals is going to lose the shooting against the police. So you understand. And that's what happened that morning. Prepare to be astounded as our guest discloses evidence supporting her allegation, exposing a web of deceit, corruption, and hidden agendas within law enforcement. This whole no-bar interview promises to challenge your preconceived notion and leave questioning the very fabric of justice. Uncover the truths alongside us in this gripping installment of General Starky's riveting saga, as we unravel secrets that shroud his mysterious demise. One thing becomes obvious, apparent, and evident. The police conspiracy surrounding deaths go more profound than anyone could have imagined. Because based on the things that she's saying, she weren't there, but she had tell us, say, I murder him. And that's how it is, and then people in Jamaica, them buy all these things. He was not murder. The police, they use preemptive strike because preemptive strike saved lives. This was a man that killed many people. Many people. You understand? So, an eye-opening journey into the art and matter. As, we bring part 3 to a close. You understand? And prepare to have your belief challenged, your curiosity peak, and your understanding of justice transformed. If you have reached this far and you haven't subscribed to the Jamaica Young Police Channel, hit the subscription button, select all, and give the video a thumbs up. There's no like on YouTube, so give the video a thumbs up. Thumbs up the video to show your appreciation of the work and the research that we have done to give you these videos. Yes. Remember, comment below. Yes, tell us what you think about the conversation that we had with General Starky's sister. Yes. Share the video with your friend, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your neighbor. Tell a friend about the Jamaica Young Police Channel, that we do not like criminals and we hate them with a passion. And remember to join the Patreon squad so that you'll be able to access videos that cannot be posted to YouTube due to YouTube rules and regulations. Yes, so become a part of the Patreon squad. So as we separate facts from fiction, seeking the truth hidden beneath this perplexing cases surface, together we'll unveil the shocking secrets and unravel General Starky's world. The truth, him have a brother named Michael McLeod. So the truth unveiling, unmasking the PMP criminal organization and a sister's disturbing justification. So in this eye-opening interview, the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we have a conversation with the sister of the notorious PMP criminal organization killer, Anthony General Starky Tingle. Although his name is General. Yes, he's the only criminal of that name, General. So it must be based on what they saw in Cuba, his shooting skill and stuff like that. And throughout the conversation, essential portion of the video have been thoughtfully edited to protect the identity of our innocent children and other family members. So that's the only time we just edit these things. Personal information, PII, personal identification information. We make sure we delete these things because we don't want people to. It's not everyone on YouTube is really there just information, educational thing, and to keep themselves informed, to aspire to be better. You have bad actors out there and everything. Yes, you understand. So as we told you before, General Starky was serving in the military, so that was a carousing name. Criminal want to put themselves as if they are some military person or law enforcement officer, and they're not. They're criminals, and that's supposed to be treated as such. So far, this woman has gained notoriety for her astonished and absurd attempts at justifying the actions of her brothers, who were cold-blooded murderers responsible for the deaths of countless Jamaicans. Yes, both our brothers, they were murderers. Yes, we even spoke to a police officer that said at one time, the same sister, she had asked her a recommendation for Michael. Yes, and he had got an inspector of police to sign a document for her to bail Michael when he was arrested. And then after he was killed, the inspector was upset with the policeman. I spoke to him yesterday. Yes, he was at Central at the time, because to get a recommendation back then, it has to be written by a sergeant upward to get bail. And she was able to got this policeman to write a recommendation letter for her to bail her brother. So it is unimaginable how anyone could defend such heinous acts, especially considering that their victims merely held different political beliefs and that were members of the PNP criminal organization, which operates as a political party, but it's not. The PNP party, infamous for its criminal activities, takes immense pride and pleasure in systematic destruction of black individuals both mentally and physically by fueling deep-seated hatred amongst Jamaicans. This political organization has tragically propagated a culture of violence, leading to a never-ending cycle of killings within the nation. The truth about the PNP criminal organization and its sinister operation must be unveiled for all to see. The conversation serves as a testimony to the disturbing justification provided by a sister who is alarmingly detached from the reality of her brother's actions. It is a chilling reminder of the consequences when a political entity seamlessly transforms into a criminal enterprise. As we delve into the depth of this shocking narrative exposing the dark underbelly of the PNP criminal organization and unraveling the sister's disturbing justification and masking the truth is crucial. Understanding the intricate web of deceit that has plagued Jamaica for far too long. Don't miss this revealing conversation that shed light on the truth behind the PNP criminal organization and the twisting justification of one of its own. Prepare to be captivated, outraged, and ultimately enlightened. So the PNP, so we're going to expose the PNP criminal tactics of a political organization. So as we delve deep into the political landscape and shed light on the true nature of the PNP criminal organization, brace yourself as we unmask the disturbing reality behind their criminal tactics. Any critical thinker will have noticed that political parties primarily operate on ideas meant to benefit society through meaningful policies. However, the PNP policies take a different turn, resembling that of a criminal organization. Through fear, threats, violence, and even terrorism, they manipulate and control the minds of the populace, stifling their freedom of thoughts and expression. A concerning aspect of their operation involves recruiting young men as enforcers within their communities. These individuals are made to believe that they are above the law, fostering a culture of impunity. Unfortunately, their prevailing sentiments has led us to the precarious state we are in today. So the PNP, why Jamaica is in this state today? Because of their terrorism, cultivating this cudgel of violence. So it is worth noting that the PNP criminal organization failed to uphold and celebrate the ideals of good education and law-abiding citizenship. Instead, they glorify and idolize individuals like Attorney General Starky Tingle, a notorious killer who targeted innocent people without provocation or self-defense. In essence, the PNP leverages such violent act to manipulate the voting list, furthering their nefarious agenda. So that's the reason why they use it, because when them kill people, the more people them kill, the less people vote. So that is what they're all about. It's numbers. So they know what they're doing, So as we pull back the curtain on the PMP organization and expose the alarming truth about their criminal tactics, discover the need for change and the importance of truly understanding the motives behind political entities. Let's strive for a society that promotes genuine progress, compassion, and a future free from such manipulative force. So those of you who want to see a peaceful Jamaica, you cannot subscribe to their criminal operation. You're supposed to see yourself in another black man. Why you feel like say you must kill somebody because they don't share your political belief? That is not democracy. That is authoritarian thing. You understand? Practices. So stay tuned for an eye-opening journey through the dark underbelly of the PMP. Don't miss unmasking the PMP. You understand? Criminal topics are a political organization. So the urgent need to reject violence, reclaiming our future through education and Marcus Garvey's teaching. So, we're going to address the importance of rejecting violence and embracing education to reclaim our future. It is disheartening to witness individuals subscribing to behavior that condone killing or making excuse for such atrocities, devoid of any empathy or conscience. So these people, they have nothing about them. So we firmly believe that no human being should ever be justified in taking another person's life due to their socio-economic circumstances. So when you make excuse boy because somebody poor make them, that is nonsense. We don't buy that. That's garbage. That's rubbish. That's woke selling that lie. How you poor killing somebody make you better and give you food? Unless he's a contract killer. So that's not because you're poor. It's because you're just wicked. So it is crucial for us as a society to collectively shun and isolate those who commit acts of violence, categorizing them not as role model but as murderers lacking in decency, honesty, truthfulness, ethics and a moral compass. The notion that killing can solve problems, especially for personal gain, is nothing but baseless and irrational. So let us debunk this preposterous argument popularized by some misguided individual known as woketivist. We must move past their nonsensical and misguided notions to steer Jamaica back on track. We firmly believe that the transformation should begin with the younger generation. Education becomes the vessel to reshape young minds. And the teaching of Marcus Mosiah Garvey provide the right path towards reclaiming their consciousness from the destructive influence of the PMP criminal organization. Remember, the same PMP criminal organization took social studies out of school. Why do you think they do that? Because they know by doing that they're destroying the minds of the people, so they won't understand even how the government supposed to operate and how people must behave. So you take away all of that and keep the people them like strangers. Marcus Garvey's teachings rooted in empowerment, self-determination and resilience are vital to redefining our youth's aspiration. So all of these things go against the core of the PMP criminal organization. The PMP criminal organization is not rooted in empowerment, self-determination and resilience. Everything for them is all about fear, violence and killings. So by instilling values such as unity, self-reliance and cultural pride, we can dismantle the oppressive grip of violence as plague our society. Through education and dissemination of Marcus Garvey's principle, we can pave a way for a brighter and more harmonious future for Jamaica. So join us in this urgent quest to reject violence and reclaim our future through education and the teachings of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Together, let us rise above the evil, wicked, and criminal-minded perpetrators by those within the PMP criminal organization It's time to rebuild our nation, one enlightened mind at a time. Embrace the power of education, reject violence, and reclaim our future. This argument is rubbish that killing people because you're poor and because you don't have education and you don't have food feed is rubbish and should not be repeated, as it is the wokivists who came up with this nonsense and madness. For us to get Jamaica back on track, it has to start with the next generation and using education as a vessel to change minds, and the teaching of Marcus Mosiah Garvey is the right path for people and the next generation to reclaim their minds from these evil, wicked and criminal-minded people within the PNP criminal organization who have destroyed thousands of lives with their importation of terrorism from Cuba. And they are the ones who destroy Anthony General Starky Stingle's life. Why you as an adult, you're alright, why you gonna tell a man to go kill an next man will look like you? For what? For your party coming up power? You don't mean the man are good, you're just evil. So we're going to reveal the dark agenda unveiling the PNP criminal organization importing terrorism and political assassination from Cuba. So we delve in the shocking truth behind the PNP criminal organization, a group responsible for destroying thousands of lives through the importation of terrorism from Cuba. Prepare to uncover the sinister motive behind Michael Manley's government decision to send young individuals like General Starky to Cuba to train as brigadistas. It became apparent that this training was not for noble purposes, but rather to create a replica of Adolf Hitler's tyrannical regime. Let me repeat myself, because most Jamaican people didn't even know them things. Remember, it's become apparent that this training that Michael Manley sent these young men to Cuba was not for a noble purpose, but rather to create a replica of Adolf Hitler's tyrannical regime. These trained killers were intended to eliminate enemies of the government and silence anyone who dared to voice opposition to their policies. That is what they call them the Fourth Reich. That's what they did back in Germany. And that was what Michael Manley was doing. So you just go and look up that. We're not telling you anything else. So through extensive research and interview, we're exposing the chilling connection between the PNP criminal organization and its involvement in the shooting of iconic musician Bob Marley. His PNP shoot Bob Marley and on a labor right. And the reason why they shoot Bob Marley is because Bob Marley refused to endorse Michael Manley the second time. The first time Bob Marley was a popular figure amongst the poor, endorses Michael Manley in 1972. In 1976, when Michael Manley called the state of emergency and started to lock up his political opponents with lies, Bob Marley, within his circle was echoing his disdain for Michael Manley and did not know that Michael Manley was a wannabe dictator, taking away people's rights without arresting them without any trial and telling lies. And because of that, Bob Marley did not endorse him. The PNP criminal organization hierarchy saw it as a disrespect to Michael Manley, the dear leader, because Michael Manley had went to Ethiopia and he received a rod from King Selassie, which was an Emperor Selassie, and a lie. That was a lie. He was very, very good at marketing himself, and he was a very good orator, Michael Manley. Yes, Michael Manley could speak for hours, have people captivated and have them on them feet. That's how good he was. He was a good orator. But otherwise, that he was an evil man. Yes, so we don't, based on the information received and obtained, even from Special Branch, Michael Manley did not know about the shooting of Bob Marley. It was after he was told. But it was orchestrated by Keebleman, D.K. Duncan and Anthony Sparling. Wicked people them then. And it was done by George Pang. Some people say, not George Pang. Our apologies. It was done by Tony Welch. George Pang was not part of his circle then. Although, he was at a different section. He was in Jonestown. You understand? And Tony Welch was in a concrete jungle. So the problem with them now, having to deal with all of these problems, and why they shot Bob Marley, because they try to reach out to Bob Marley for him to end, because Bob Marley was such a popular figure in Jamaica, because he was a very famous man in Jamaica. If he had endorsed his Michael Manley, that would make Michael Manley more, would have, pretty much sweep the entire parliamentary seats. But Bob Marley did not do that, so that's the reason why they shot him. So you will witness how, so the PMP criminal and the PMP criminal organization and its involvement in the shooting of iconic musician Bob Marley. So you have witnessed how the authorities employ these trained assassins to silence an influential voice that dare to speak out against their corrupt practices. So remember, Bob Marley was privately asked Alan Skillcole, him alive, him can't tell people say yes and a lie. Bob Marley was totally against the state of emergency, if him have a conscience. But some people, they come on to them party, them not tell the truth, them rather dead with it. So as we unravel the PMP criminal organization true nature and treacherous agenda, gain a deeper understanding of the importation. Yeah, so the importation of terrorism, political assassinations and other devastating impact on society. Yeah, that's what they have brought to Jamaica. Yeah man, Michael Manley. He had imported terrorism to Jamaica. Expand it. We had criminals back then, but the training that these brigadists had received had expand their means of violence on the people. You understand? Some people don't like the truth, but we have to just hear and tell you the mama papa truth. You understand? So subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content that uncover hidden truths behind political corruption and criminal organizations. Stay informed and be a part of the movement to expose the dark underbelly power and bring justice to those affected. So moving forward as a people, we must stop subscribing, celebrating and putting murderers on a pedestal and in our music as a means of glorifying people who are breaking the laws and not respecting the rights of our fellow citizens. Yeah, so when a man about say, boy, if you kill somebody, why you don't want to go to prison? You go say, boy, you're innocent. So you boast and you tell your friend them, me put down gunshot on the boy, and so you accept it, man, and go to prison and just stay there. And if I not, you can't just use a sheet or something and just take care of yourself there too. So criminals who peddle the art of killing others must not be given any second chance or sympathy. Because we don't serve the sympathy juice over here. So, sympathy, coffee, tea, juice, water, food, no. We don't serve that over here. They must be treated as evil and discarded from our society. That's why I believe in a preemptive strike. So we explore the controversial legacy of Michael Manley, often dubbed as the wannabe Adolf Hitler of the Caribbean. And we are telling that. Michael Manley was the wannabe Adolf Hitler of the Caribbean. So as we delve into the intricate detail of his actions, particularly his decision to send men trained in guerrilla warfare to Cuba, despite the presence of a police force and an army in his own country. Many have hailed Michael Manley as a great man, but we must critically examine the impact of his policies on black people in the Caribbean. Unfortunately, his actions had devastating consequences, destroying the minds and lives of countless individuals. As a society, we must move forward, questioning the subscription, celebration and idolization of murderers or individuals who blatantly disregard the laws and rights of our citizens. So if we don't start shunning them people there, it's only going to get worse. Just like our Popcorn, the other day Popcorn dissed the police them and tell them to go laba juice them mother. People like Popcorn supposed to be shunned by all well-decent people, not because Popcorn have money. And Popcorn must be treated like a relic. All of these people who are killers, you don't even repeat them name, but them supposed to be seen like parasites. Them not supposed to be glorified in the music. Want to kill another person, man, you're supposed to be even Stevens. So it is of utmost importance that we consider the implication of glorifying criminals, even in our music, our popular culture. We must avoid placing them on a pedestal, inadvertently promoting their harmful ideologies. Instead, we should strive to create an atmosphere where such individuals are seen as the epitome of evil and subsequently discarded from our society. Michael Manley was no good man. Michael Manley was an evil man. Michael Manley destroyed black people them lives. If Michael Manley, most of them are idiots, you know. If Michael Manley hadn't destroyed the people's minds from 1972, Jamaica would be like right now like Singapore. Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew collect the blueprint for Jamaica that was written by Edward Seaga to turn Jamaica in a first world country. And Michael, you understand, when Hugh Shearer was Prime Minister, and when Bustamante was Prime Minister, Michael and Edward Seaga was the Finance Minister. And when Michael Manley became Prime Minister, he dismantled everything that they were working towards to make Jamaica a first world country. At the time, the average Jamaican per annum were working 8,000 US based on the GDP. In Singapore, it was 700 US. Now, Singapore, 80,000 US. Jamaica, 9,000. So look, since over 5 decades, you're going to raise that are not even 10%. That's just a little over 10% they raise. You understand? Now look at what Singapore have done. So, you know, some people who are talking about Michael Manley was no good leader. Michael Manley was evil. If you have a police force and an army, and you're going to send people, young men, close to 2,000 young men, to train in the use of guns, explosive, guerrilla warfare, who they fighting? Because there is no invading army in Jamaica. We have a police force and an army. Why do you need your private army that is going to break the law to terrorize the same people? You're not a good person. You're not a good person. You're evil. You're the epitome of evil. And I dare anyone to tell me anything else. Yeah, we're not going to say that Edward Seaga was an angel. But tell me, did Edward Seaga send 2,000 men to train in Cuba or America? Are you heard of any of them? I have never heard of them. You cannot be doing that to your people. And then they have this man as an hero. Michael Manley is not a hero to me as a person of conscience. And I dare to say this to all of you who idolize Michael Manley and his policies. And most of you, all of you who living in the United States of America, I am asking you one question. Why are you living in America? Why you're not living in Russia or Cuba? That's the only thing I'm asking you guys. Why are you living in the United States of America and not Russia or Cuba? That goes to show you that you have no core beliefs. None. Zero. You have none. All you care about is what's in it for me. So that's why most of you live in America. But most of you that live in America and turn American citizen, you still hate America. But you still live here. I don't know how to do it, so that is a conflict of interest, or even with their minds. When still not a conscience. As to me, growing up, I never liked Russia and I have never liked Cuba. So you could not get me to live in Russia or Cuba. That's why I'm living in America. And that's why I'm serving in the United States military. So now explain to me why you guys don't go to Russia or Cuba. Why to the United States of America, the country that Michael Manley hated and the Russians and the Cubans hated. Because them say America is great Satan. The legacy of Michael Manley and they set the idolization of a troubled path. Let us encourage a dialogue that challenges these long-standing narratives and pave the way for our future where respect, justice and accountability prevail. Together, we can create a society that values the rights and well-being of its citizens above all else. We are all black people. If you don't see yourself in another black man, that means that you're not a human being. Michael Manley was not a good person because of the things that he has done. Yes, and you know what Anthony, General Starky Tingle's sister, failed to understand that Michael Manley and the others, the Anthony Spalding, the Keeble Munn, the DK Duncan, they are the one that responsible for destroying your brother's life and no one else. And the reason because he wanted the fame and get rich from it too. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica, Young Police Channel.